Abundance flows to me when I get out of my own way. Life is so easy when I focus on what is great. I am worthy of reciprocated energy. I am worthy of a love that loves as deep as me. I am worthy of aligning with my higher self. I am worthy of desiring miracles and
Hi.
Hey.
Lord. Okay, are you ready for this?
No, but we gotta do it.
Right. Okay, so we were friends for how long? It was like, I know like 7
Ever.
years. It's
Gotta be. I don't know. It
like,
was
me
a
neither. But
long.
okay, but I know it was over 7 years. I distinctly remember celebrating our 7 years one year. Um,
True.
but that was a long, long time ago. Yeah, I know.
Wait.
Hmm.
Sheesh.
Lord, I'm literally about to suffocate from my anxiety right now. Jesus.
It's okay.
Um,
Nothing to it but to do it.
so what was it like being my friend? And you can be, I want you to be as real as possible. Don't worry about hurting my feelings.
That's how I was like, I don't want to do that because someone's gonna be like, this
If I
bitch.
cry, it's okay.
um,
No, it's okay.
Negro, what are you talking? If I cry, it's okay. What?
Just be honest. I just want you to be real.
Okay. What was it like being your friend? It was cool. I mean, we were buffets. Best friends forever, even after death. We were boot buddies. Like we were SpongeBob and Patrick, my guy. Like we were cool. But
You
my
were
brother,
definitely my one
not
of
here for
my
me.
best influential friends. You weren't into doing drugs then and stuff, so I was just high all the time. You and Amanda
Oh,
were
innocent
goody
old
two
me.
shoes of
We
the
were the good
group.
noodles,
Yep.
literally. We were the innocent little angels back then.
And yet my parents didn't want me to hang out with y'all. Okay.
I'm like, I'm a good influence. What are you talking about? I'm
Right.
a good one.
But they came around. You remember how you could come over and come down to the basement with me. So
Yeah.
um,
I
they
was just
came
like,
around.
that's a big step.
Huh, but at
That's a
that
big
point, they were
step,
just
man.
like anything if it's not a boy. They completely flipped.
They said, oh, it's harmless.
Yo. So what would you say my three most toxic traits were?
um, shit. I didn't figure out how to answer this question. Three most toxic traits. Well, one, you told me if we had a baby, the baby won't stay in my house.
God! Ah! Knew it! I knew it! I knew it! When I wrote
I
that
will never
question,
let you do it.
when I wrote that question, that literally popped in my head.
I was just like, this motherfucker thinks he'll keep my baby.
Right,
I was just
straight
like, when you said it,
tripping.
I looked at you. I was just like, is he for real? Is he serious?
Yeah.
Uh, I will never let you live that down ever.
Uh,
Anybody ask me about you? Oh yeah, he used to say if we had a kid, he was keeping it, and I had to move in with him, and I was just like, what? I don't know. I can't think. Toxic. Toxic.
I can think of many. You should be able to easily come up with toxic traits, especially how I did you. I was toxic as hell.
Okay, so you you were sometimes you were still my best friend, so I was like, we cool, it's okay, whatever. Um,
You're being
you,
nice.
I'm trying not to. Well, I'm trying to be nice, but not nice. Let's be honest. Okay,
Don't
so
worry about being nice.
were toxic to where you obviously were obviously not obsessed with me, but like you, okay, so you weren't obsessed with me like stalker obsessed. I'm not even gonna say obsessed. Like you loved me in a different way for so long, and then as soon as you had me, you just like dropped me. I'm done. Got like fuck her. Peace out. So that hurt. Because
Absolutely.
I remember you were like obviously obsessed with what's his face, he who shall not be named, not Voldemort though.
God.
And then it was him and me, and like we were best friends. So I was always just like, no, it's gonna ruin our friendship. We're cool. And then I finally let it happen, and then it was like flushing the toilet, friendship down the drain. I was just like, this motherfucker.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. You remember how I
so there
literally
was
begged you
that.
and told like spent weeks convincing you that I wanted to
Literally
be with
begged
you?
me to be with you and all this stuff. Yes. And then as soon as we got together, I think I don't even remember how long it was, maybe like 3 months. Maybe
Mhm,
I think three or four, potentially, if it was that
mhm.
long. And then it was just, yeah, no, this isn't gonna work out. Great, bye. The girls don't want you here at the house anymore. You're too much for me. And I was just like,
God.
Negro, you knew what you were getting into. We were friends beforehand. You knew what you were getting into. Oh my God. Stealing my baby. You wanted me, then you dropped me. And then in the end, you replaced me. Like you picked them over me. But I didn't do anything wrong.
Absolutely. In fact, you were actually like
Yeah.
the one person benefiting my life at that time. Um, I had recently got kicked out of my grandparents and moved in with
I know.
Amanda and Madison and Amanda's mom, and then that wasn't going well. And
Oh, I
yeah.
didn't know we could say their names. Sorry.
Oh, I
I
mean,
want to go name
I'm
drop.
just speaking my life. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Amanda said she'll come on the show, so I
Oh,
figured we speak
okay.
on that. So, and Madison, I could give a fuck what she feels.
I
So,
will fuck at thee.
um, but that was a lot of people apparently didn't, no one knew, but like I was like really doing like sleeping pills, and I was taking I can't remember the medicine, but that medicine basically to put you to sleep. So I was just going through it, and then I just did not really know how to communicate. So that was really creating all those toxic
I know.
behaviors. Yeah. And
I know.
I know I
Look,
apologized a
I
thousand
was
times, but
ready
I
to
feel so
sneak you
bad.
in somehow.
I was terrible. God, and you were literally always like, I said she was too much just because she was trying to be there for me. And when I wasn't answering, she was texting me, asking me what's wrong, when could she come over? And I'm just like, I'm over here taking sleeping pills so I don't have to deal with anything, and blocking her, like not talking to her and blaming her. Oh God, I could cry just thinking about it because Jesus, that is not who
I
I
was just trying to
am.
love you, bro.
I right.
Yeah.
And
That's why it fucked me up.
yeah, I'm sorry. I hate that I did that to
It's
you. Like, I really, really hate that I did that to you.
it happened.
That's not appropriate.
It's okay.
It's not. But at least I apologized and can acknowledge my toxic traits and work on them now. Now I communicate a bit better, a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that you got C murder.
I'm dead. You're too funny. See, I love how it's like,
You knew I was gonna say it. I had to.
I love how it's like it hasn't been like 4 or 5 years, but it's been a long, long
Duh,
time.
that's what breastfeeds are. We fall off, but we come back.
You
Yeah.
say that, but then you don't talk to me.
I don't even talk to Katrina. I don't talk to anybody. My hands are full. I'm horrible at talking to people. I'm
That's
gonna be
okay.
honest. I'm terrible at it. The worst.
I can understand you have your hands full with all them kids. I say all them kids like it's not
Damn,
more
you
than
say all
two.
the kids like it's a lot.
Okay, well, I have one who is literally going to middle school, and that seems like a lot to me. Okay, so I can't even imagine two
Oh,
toddlers running around the
yeah.
house.
And I had them back to back too. Whew.
So how did my behaviors impact you? Like, how did that make you feel, and how did you follow up with that?
Hmm. So, it impacted me because I had like a spiral after. I was like so upset that like you did all that and then dropped me. Like literally the next person that showed me any type of attention, I went for it.
Mm,
Even after I found out their situation, I still went for it because I was just like, well, they want me, so I guess it doesn't matter. And yeah, I don't know. I didn't really try to make friends after that. I didn't care. I was out doing stuff. I was older. I grew a bond with like his sister. So I was older then, but like I'd be like going to parties with her, and sometimes I would be drinking with him. I'd buy the liquor and all this other stuff. And then I started smoking. Um, and I don't know. It just mhm. This was I was not Leisha from school. I was someone else. I was doing stuff I said I wouldn't do. Um, yeah, that was it. I just did like a complete 180 basically. But yeah.
I'm literally crying. Oh Jesus!
Why? I mean, it
Because
wasn't bad.
yes,
I mean, it
okay,
was, but it
I
wasn't.
understand. You're like, I feel like I may be projecting here, but I feel like you're sugarcoating it and how it
Mhm.
was. Um, I mean, maybe I'm just feeling it more emotionally than you because I don't know, but I just know that I did.
Are you
You
done?
you said that you turned into someone like you never thought you would be, or like you did things you said you'd never do, and that's like me. That's what I was when I
Yeah.
was with you, and I literally hurt you in a way that I never thought I could, and literally just and in the matter of like a couple months, like you said, just ruined a whole
One
seven
second, babe.
year 8 year friendship. um
Yeah.
and then it's just crazy the fact that I just did all that without a
Yeah.
single thought or care in the world. I wish I could take it back.
Yeah. And I mean, I was kind of like that for a while up until recently, honestly. Um, I'm not going to put all the blame on you because obviously there were other people, but that didn't help me, I guess,
Mm,
because I had started smoking with the new guy who ended up having a girlfriend.
mm,
And even after I found out, I still didn't care because he wanted me,
right.
and that's what I needed at that point. Um, do I regret it? Absolutely, absolutely. Um, there were a few other people that I just said fuck it that I did stuff with.
Mm,
Um, and then obviously I met my kid's father, and I was smoking every day, multiple times a day, all the way up until I think I officially stopped smoking November of 2021 when I moved in with my new boyfriend.
wow, look at you.
Yeah.
That's good.
I miss it sometimes, but I was down bad
Mm,
because obviously Like I wouldn't do it that often. I don't. I remember. I don't know. Maybe I smoked a little bit with you guys, but it was not as bad as I had gotten.
Absolutely.
I
I
don't
think out of
remember
the
that.
hundreds of times convincing you to smoke, I think I've only managed to get you to smoke one time, if that. And that may be a
Yeah,
false memory, but I feel like I got you once. I'm a bad
yeah.
influence.
I'm pretty sure it's at least like maybe once or twice, and
Mm.
then I ended up doing it with the new person. And I was just like, I feel numb. This is great. Fuck it. Like, might as well. And
Mm.
I just went for it. And then, like I said, with my kid's father, it was 8 to 10 blunts a day, like every day almost. It was
Jesus
bad.
Christ, Lord, I'm not knocking. I wish.
It was bad. It made me feel numb. I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I was feeling great. I was good.
Mm.
But I never really went beyond smoking. I wasn't
Thank
that down
God.
bad, but I was. Yeah, I know you want to know, especially my mom,
Mm.
especially with her. I don't want to know or anything like that. So never really went past that.
Well, I'm glad you had
Yeah.
that. You could stick to those morals and not go too far. And what would you say my three best traits were?
You can always make me laugh, no matter what, even when I didn't want to. You'd be like, Leisha, and you'd always do something, even if I was just like, leave me alone. You're just like, no, bitch, you need to stop being sad. Come on. Um, we were always when we were good, we were good. Like when I needed you, like you were always there, no matter what. Um, so it was pretty cool, I guess. Um, and then I could talk to you literally about anything, no matter what. Like that was the best. I was just like, I need to talk some shit, and you was like, I'm ready. I'm here for it. No, like you were just like, let it out, whatever. And then you just let me talk it out. And he was like, okay, now what are we gonna do to move on? So those are like my favorite things about you. But these motherfuckers want you to get
Um,
you.
and you were literally the exact same way. Um, like there's literally no one like you. You were always just like you said. Anytime I needed you, and I needed you a fucking lot. Good God, I was always in crisis.
Yes, Lord. I was ready. Ready.
You were always ready. Oh God, we would
We
stay
was
up
talking shit
late
together.
talking. Yes, literally. I remember constantly those little phones. Your messages are full. Messages are full. Just from us texting all the time, nonstop, back and forth. God, do you remember how like the lunch lady would
Literally. I
bribe
need to
me
eat
to
some shit so
stop
we can keep
laughing so
going.
loud?
Yes, we used to get so. Y'all are being loud. Well, this shit's funny, so go back to your
Right.
job and let us be cool.
Right. God, I
I was
miss
like,
that. Like I
ma'am, you're not getting it. Literally, like I'd be like, where y'all sitting? I'd hear you laughing. I'm like, fucking found y'all.
lit
Don't even need you to tell me anymore.
literally us every time.
Oh my god, yes. Oh, that was great. I miss high school. Not all of it, but definitely those days.
Absolutely same. I think about that all
Get
the
in
time. And it's
trouble
just
for laughing
that
so
was
fucking loud.
that was the best time of my life. Even though like I mean it sucked because I was constantly moving. Like my time at Spotsy High
Yeah,
with you and Amanda were just my absolute favorite
like at least
times. I feel like that was
core
the
memory for
only
sure.
time I was mostly myself was when I was with y'all. Um, so would
Aw,
you say
you
I
love
was
me, Amanda
more
Panda.
absolutely forever? Because I mean, high school was rough for me, my home life. So y'all were like literally my only safe haven. And then, I mean,
Yeah,
she was more so connected to Madison at that time, but she was still a really good friend to me. And
yeah,
me and you were really connected. So. It was just mostly y'all two in my life. That was great. Then I had to fuck it all up. Um, would you say
Cause
I
yeah.
am more of a giver or a taker?
um, can I say you're both?
I mean, so you would say I was equal?
Yeah, cause like when I needed you, like you would give me everything I needed in that point in time. But
Mm,
when you had your moments when you were bad, I don't want to say bad, but like when you were, I don't know, going through it or just having like stuff battling yourself or whatever, you were a taker. Cause like it was more so towards the end of our friendship. Cause like obviously we were doing great. Like you were, we were equals. Like it was cool. At the end, it was just more of a take. You finally got me, and then you know that big thing happened, and then I was just like, oh, this might work. So like this is for everything, and then at the end, after everything that happened, like even I started to get drained because of
mm,
like how you were. It would start draining me, but I would still try to be there because like we were best friends. So no matter how it made me feel, like giving it my all to you and then not getting anything in return at that point, I was just okay with it because I was like, maybe it'll be better. Like
mm.
it's okay. Like things happen. Maybe we'll fix it. We'll be back good again. Whatever. And it just never happened. And that's when the friendship ended. So
I could
yeah,
not. I could not imagine being on the reciprocating end of that. Like I just, oh
you probably would have
God.
been like, bitch, this shit ain't right. I gotta
Well,
go. You probably would
no,
have cut ties way
no.
sooner than me.
See, the thing with me is like I loved you with my entire heart, like my entire fucking heart. But
I
that I
know.
was
And that's
also
why it
very
sucks.
conflicted about my sexuality, and I was thinking,
Hmm.
I also didn't address the abuse of my trauma. So I was like mislabeling like just normal like PTSD symptoms as I'm not supposed to be with a girl. Um, but I
Yeah.
also didn't want to break your heart. But also I've come to learn that it wasn't just about being gay or straight. It was a lot to do with my um, abuse and neglect because I have the same exact issues with future partners. So, um, which
Yeah.
is crazy to me. But I really did not know how to communicate my pain, and I can also get a sense when I'm taking too much, and then that makes me want to
Hmm.
withdraw. And then I place blame, and it was just a downhill cycle. And it's crazy how fast and how drastic it just went downhill. But it just all aligns with my depressive episode that I was going in, and it
Yeah.
just now, and it's literally a cycle. And you said we lasted like 3 or 4 months. I think like both times we dated, and that's literally my cycle. I get an episode every 3 to 4 months, but I just I feel like things would have
Yeah.
been a lot different had I been able to communicate and end it on better terms versus yeah, no one wants you here. Like lots of regrets about that.
It is cool though. We moved on. We're good.
So, how did your family feel about me before and after the fact?
Before, they loved you. My grandma always
Mhm.
asked about you, especially after the role. Ever asked about you. Um, um, my grandma knew that you weren't my brother's friend. She liked you. She thought you were funny. She really loved you. Um, enough to let you come over and have dinner with us. Was it Thanksgiving that you
Yes.
came over?
Hmm. I came over a lot. Do you
Yeah,
remember the
because I
movies we would
remember.
watch? You got me hip to
Yeah,
that
I remember
taco
because I
popcorn.
remember the rolls. Oh yeah, the taco paco I used to make. Ugh, I haven't had that in a minute. I need to have some now.
I literally made some the other
Yeah, I
day.
remember.
I thought of you.
Yes. Oh, see, I'm around somewhere. um, but yeah, they loved you, obviously, because you came over a lot. I remember the first time we had beer, and you were just like, and then the rolls and everything. But yeah, my whole family adored you. They loved you so much. After the fact, they'd still fucking ask about you. Because I didn't really go into details with them, but like I said, my grandma would still ask. Every time we had rolls, she'd be like, remember when Trevon would take the rolls and put them in his pocket? And I was just like, yes, mama, I remember. You don't let us think about it or like forget about it. Um, but yeah, it was always something. You're brought up in some way for a while. I mean, eventually they stopped asking about you, but it was a while before that happened. Because she'd be like, "Oh, you still talk to Trevon?" She could never say Trayvon. Trevon. I'm like, no, that's not his name. You're close, but not there yet. um, but yeah, I mean, I think yeah, it was a pretty good while before they stopped asking about you. I guess they realized I stopped mentioning you, so then they're just like, oh, well, maybe we should shut the fuck up. But
Take the hint, read
yeah,
the room.
like I said, I didn't tell them. Literally, I was like, come on now. But yeah, I didn't tell them like what happened, so they just thought we got into like a friend fight, and that was it.
Mhm.
They don't know details, so I wasn't gonna do that. I would deal with it on my own and just say, hey, y'all still love him? Great,
You're such a better person than me.
that's cool with me.
Such a better person.
You're like this fucking bitch. Y'all need to stop asking about her. Literally. But no, I was just like, there's no need for me to. I was gonna deal with it on my own anyway, so I was like, fuck it, just keep it to myself. And be like, we're still cool. We just drifted apart. That was it. And they were like, hey, that sucks, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no hard feelings on their end towards you.
Um, how did my constant back and forth? I know we briefly talked about it, but like, how did that make you feel when I was constantly begging you one minute, telling you I was so in love with you, we'd be together forever, and then next minute I'm not talking to you and I want to break up? How did that make you feel?
Unwanted, unloved, like I didn't matter, or like how I felt didn't matter. Um, like I was just so easy to throw away. Like I wasn't worth it.
Mm-hmm. God.
I was replaceable, easy to get rid of, whatever. Just all of that. I can't think of anything else. But that like sums it up basically.
Yeah, that's really deep. And I should really think about, because I'm even still I'm very quick to just like throw a relationship away, or like any type of relationship, friendship. You, I don't speak to half my family. I'll be easily
Yeah,
ready to block people and throw them, not throw them away. Well, I don't see it that way, but I've been told many times that
yeah,
that's how they see it. So I definitely need to
yeah.
work on that. And I apologize for making you feel that way.
Thank you. I appreciate the apology.
In the end of our relationship, you persistently tried to be there for me, and yet I refused, literally refused to talk to you.
Yeah.
How
Hmm.
did that make you feel? Because I
Mm,
know that was like the last straw.
yeah. Um, it made me question everything,
Mhm.
honestly, because like we were so like attached at the hip, like always together, always hanging out. And like even though I knew like what you were going through at home, like I'd try to keep like my home like if there's something that happened to me at home, I would try to like not say shit because like my main concern at the end of the day was you and trying to keep your mind off of what happened at home. Like I wanted to be your new home away from home where like things were great. Like you would just fucking forget about that place, whatever. Even we were at like your house, like, you'd be like okay, fuck it. They don't even exist upstairs. Like this is a whole fucking. We're gonna play house. This is gonna be a whole fucking apartment, whatever. Um. So when all of that ended, I was just like, so it was like just a waste of time because I did everything and was left with nothing. It was just like, so what the fuck was that? It was just like, was any of it even real? Like I said, you got me. You wanted me for so long, you got me, and then it was just washing your hands of me, and that was it. I was just like, well, fuck. I was just like, I gave up so much of myself trying to be there for you and like be there for myself and everything, especially with my mom. And obviously, my stuff was way smaller compared to like what you were going through, but I don't know.
And
I don't
still,
know.
you need, a relationship
Yeah,
can't be one sided. Um,
yeah,
yeah,
literally.
and
Yeah,
that's
that was
what I
it.
was doing. God, that's really, really hard to hear, but I feel like it's very impactful. And do do you know what borderline personality disorder is?
Um, no, I've heard of it, but I don't know like specifics.
Well, one, you should follow my page. That's what my whole podcast is about. But I say that because I don't want to bring this up and just like as an excuse because I'm definitely not trying to excuse my behavior. I acknowledge it, but
Yeah,
one of the symptoms of
yeah,
borderline personality disorder is splitting. And basically what splitting is like if
literally.
something yeah, it's called splitting. I'm crazy as fuck. Not, not really, but a little bit. But splitting is like so like us, we were literally perfect. Everybody thought we would just last forever and be together. Even before we were dating, people thought we were constantly together. Um, I don't think like it was just too
Literally.
good. We were like one person. I won't go that there, but anyways, so like splitting is like I'll take those memories when I'm like depressed or like if I have an episode and I get mad and I take all those memories and my brain switches them to negative memories. So like even though you see that we've had this beautiful, amazing relationship, all I'm seeing is pain and struggle
Yeah,
and no one's understanding me and that I can't breathe for this whole relationship and I need to get out. And it turns all those memories like, most people like they can fall back on positive memories and like
dang.
it's not as bad as I thought, but me, it's like all my memories are like black. So, and at that time, that's what it was. It was just like, this isn't it. Even though, I mean, it was like the most, you were the best thing for
God
me
dang.
and we were so good, but I couldn't see that at the time. And then like later, I'll be like, oh, damn, I was doing crazy shit. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so that was literally a example of what I did to you of splitting and then just instantly ruined a
Interesting.
7-year relationship.
Yeah, crazy.
Yep.
I research more on it.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. And you'll probably laugh because it's it's like describing me in science form.
It'll just be like,
So
oh, that makes sense. Is that
yeah,
what
yeah,
it
exactly. Like so you know how earlier you were like, he's like obsessed with me, like I was obsessive and like I needed you all day, every day. And that's the thing. with my abandonment issues, like I take on relationships way too strong. And then also like me
Yeah,
mislabeling, I'm obviously gay and then thinking mislabeling my love for you as me wanting a relationship is a symptom of borderline personality disorder. I don't respect boundaries. I can't understand them. And I just took like any sign of love. It's just like, oh, I think we're supposed to be boyfriend and girlfriend, and this is supposed to be the way. But instead of being like, oh my God, this is my bestest friend, we should keep it there.
yeah. That's cool, your bestest friend.
You said what?
That sounds cool being your bestest friend.
I know you are. You even told me that. You swore. That's why I spent weeks sending you text messages and trying so hard to give me another chance. When I tell you, I remember all the things I did to you so vividly, and it's just like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like I literally do weeks. I think I was in a group home when I was texting you this, my last group
I
home.
think so.
And then I was just like, you need to give me another chance. Like I'm getting out soon. And then I got out. I think we did one thing together and that was it.
Yeah. Mm-mm. A long ass time ago. I remember the people. Shit. Golly. There's so many things that are just coming up. I'm just remembering everything.
That's all the questions I have. Is there anything you wanted to address or say?
Um, I've been thinking about these questions and I was just like thinking about so much that I wanted to say, and now that it's happened, I can't think of anything. Um, I don't know. I mean, I definitely wanted to do this to like finally get some peace for myself.
Mm,
Because obviously I've like I've obviously remember everything, and like I've just shut it in a little compartment. So whatever, I'm gonna move on. But obviously, it's always been in the back of my head. It's affected me doing other stuff. I don't know. I just feel like a weight is off my shoulders, kind of. I guess after talking about it. Um, I mean, like I said, I appreciate the apologies. I've forgiven you. I told you that. I don't even know how long ago it was the first time you apologized.
I
I was
know.
excited for your wedding. like, um, I was really looking forward to coffee, but I did not want to bring these damn kids along. And then I just ended up, like I said, I forgot because like you were trying, and then I guess part of me on the back end was just like, obviously I wanted to go and I was excited and I was like, yeah, sure. And then when I just started, like, it just brought up everything, and I was like, can I handle like if it ends up turning out the same way as before?
Right.
I mean, obviously the kids were a big, big part of it. Like, damn, I'm gonna have to bring the kids along, and that's gonna be a lot. And then I was like, but do I really want to like put myself in a position to like, oh, I apologize for what I did. We're gonna have coffee, and then, oh, never mind. I figured out I don't want you back in my life or whatever. So that kind of didn't help. Um, I don't know, but like I haven't really opened myself to friendships since then. I mean, obviously I have Katrina because she was like there during this. Like, so
Absolutely.
she's like the only person like I really talk to, and even then it's not a lot.
Hmm.
Obviously she can't. I don't want to well affect me in the way you did because obviously there will never be anything like that. But I don't know. Just losing your friendship was a big, big, big thing. That sucks so fucking much. um, and I mean, like I said, we can be friends again. Obviously, things are going to be different this go around because you have C Murder and I have my man. We're grown up now. We've learned. We've moved on. So I feel like if we have a full on friendship again, it'll be healthier. Because you're not over kids
Absolutely.
anymore.
Absolutely. And I want that. I have reached out a few times because, and it's not like just this random thing. I think about you a lot and not like in a weird way. It's just like lately in my life, I just realized like even though high school was like one of the most hardest times for my life, it was also one of the best times
Hmm.
because of what you and Amanda gave me. And like you said, like our friendship, that was very, very, very rare. Like extremely
Hmm.
rare. Even our great grandmothers had the same name and our grandmothers knew each other.
We
It
was
was
cool as shit,
weird.
bruh.
It had cast on the same ankles together. It was crazy. It
Boots
was so weird.
buddies.
But so I'm down and
Okay, clean up.
I can definitely understand your hesitance to be my friend again.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like definitely after this, I don't have like any reservations. I just got to get
Yay.
out of how I am, where like I just don't talk to anybody. So that's
Mm.
on my part. But
Well, I
that's be
appreciate
it.
you. Thank you for coming and doing this with me.
Of course, I got you.
Okay, well, I'll talk to you
Anything
later
I
then,
can do
okay?
to help, I got you.
Appreciate you.
Okay. Bye,
Bye.
Buffy.
Bye. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for future episodes. Thanks. Bye.